Alright, dolls, so to get this look started off, I always like to begin with my eyebrows completed. I always post a link to my eyebrow tutorial in the bottom bar. And to prime my eyelid, I always use the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Looks like this. A drugstore version would be the Ruby Kisses eyeshadow primer. This is applied all over the eyelid up into the brow area. The first color that we're going to use in our eye area is going to be a bronzer color. I'm going to use the NYX Matte Bronzer. And the color I am using is Deep Tan. I'm going to use a Coastal Scents number 250 brush. And I'm going to simply apply this color in my crease. The purpose of this color is to act as my contrast color. When you hold your brush, make sure you're holding the end. This is going to allow you to get a nice flawlessly blended color without packing on too much color. And that's the trick to having a nice effortless look without packing all of your color on. You want everything to be gradually built up and not heavily packed on, because you can always add on, but it's very hard to take away. The next color that I'm going to use in my crease is this color right here. It is from MAC Cosmetics. I'm going to use the same brush. And this color right here is called Brown Script. Now, what I'm going to do with Brown Script is apply this in the crease, but actually below that first color. And this color right here is actually used to warm up the eye area. And again, I'm just holding my brush at the end and using small circular motions. You want to just keep blending that color actually exactly where it is until it gets blended out. You don't want to bring it too far across or up or anything. You want to stay right where that brush is and continue to move your brush back and forth, back and forth. And I'm using circular motions just like this. Then what you want to do is just take your brush, because there really shouldn't be much color left on your brush, and just slowly blend across and blend into your contrast color that you first applied. I'm going to use a color from the Maybelline Give Me Gold Quad. I purchased this from my local drugstore, and I'm going to use a flat eyeshadow brush, and this is a Sigma E60 brush. Excuse me, the color we're using out of this quad is this one right here. It doesn't have a specific name or number, but that is the gold color that we're going to use. Pat this on your lid, but do not place it on your outer V. Simply place it in the very middle of your eye, and you can blend it slightly towards the inner tear duct. Wet your brush with some water or Fix Plus, and pat that same brush on top of your eyelid. This is going to give that metallic eyeshadow more of a really pretty foiled effect and make the color pop on the eyelid. With that same brush and that same eyeshadow quad, take this color right here. It's going to be on my far right but your far left, and simply pat that in the inner tear duct of your eye. Always check your eye work. If the other side doesn't match, even if you're finished, just go in and add whatever it is that you need to add. I'm now going to take another color from MAC, and this one is called Ground Brown. And I'm going to apply this to my outer V using a Sedona Lace EB15 brush. This brush is actually really good for getting into the crease because it's nice and pointed. And you're just simply going to take the brush, lay it on your eye on a slant, and just simply pat the color on. Not rubbing across, but patting. Take the brush, lay it on your eye, and pat. So what you've just created is a V on the outer portion of your eye. With that matte brown color applied to your eyelid should mimic something like this. If not, just again continue to blend. Now, in order to blend out the harsh lines of that brown, I'm going to use one of my favorite type of brushes. And this one is a Sigma tapered blending brush. It's an E40, but MAC has a 224 brush that looks exactly like this. So you just want to take your brush, again holding it at the end very loosely, and you want to just use circular motions to blend this color out. Stay exactly where you placed it. Just blend where it is applied. Do not worry about stretching it across the eye, moving it back or up. Just blend exactly where you place that color. Now what you will want to do is tightline your eye. I'm not going to do it on camera, but I am going to show you what I've done by mimicking it, but I'm not going to physically do it. I'm using my Graph Black Technical pencil. You can use any black. You just want to simply open your eye up, and what you'll be able to see is that flesh color right under your upper lash line. You just want to take your pencil and simply run it across that. Try not to poke yourself in the eye. Another skill that takes practice, but what it does is it actually adds fullness to your lash line, and it makes your lashes appear darker at the base. I'm now going to line my waterline with my Rimmel Scandal eyes. This is 005 Nude. And the reason why I use the flesh tone color, you can use white as well, but this just simply brightens up the eye. Now I'm going to apply some eyeliner to my top lash line, and I'm going to use my Jessie's Girl liquid eyeliner. I purchased these a couple months ago at Rite Aid. And then my mascara choice today is going to be Benefit Their Real Mascara. Line my bottom lash line. I'm not going all the way across though. I'm actually going to stop like right here. Now what I'm going to do is take some of that same brown eyeshadow that we applied up here, and I'm going to use that pointed brush. Pick up some of the eyeshadow, which is Ground Brown, a matte brown eyeshadow by MAC, and smudge out that pencil. And now you can go ahead and apply your bottom lash mascara. Now it's time to work on the face. I've already cleansed, toned, and moisturized my face. I think I already have a video on that, just showing you guys what I do. But I used my L'Oreal Paris, the Revitalift Miracle Blur. And this is a instant skin smoother. It erases the look of wrinkles, lines, and pores. That was applied all over my face to prime prior to doing anything else makeup wise to my face. I'm going to use a wet makeup sponge. This is the Real Techniques makeup sponge. I absolutely love it. I always make sure that when I start my makeup that this is wet. I take it and I get some water in it, wring it out, and then I just keep it like in a dish or something while I'm doing my makeup, and I just re-dampen it, as you'll see right now, using some Fix Plus or water, makeup setting spray, what have you. Now, first things first, I'm going to go in with my under eye concealer, and I'm going to use my MAC Prolonged Wear Concealer. The color I'm going to use is NW35. This is going to be applied under the eye area, and you've seen this before with the triangle. The reason why I am applying it with my finger is just so that the sponge doesn't soak up too much of the product. Okay, so now what you want to do is take your sponge and simply blend this out. If you had any corrections to your eyeliner, this will be the time to fix it by simply taking your sponge and wiping it on the edge of your eyeliner. That's why I don't use tape or anything like that when I'm doing my makeup looks, because I know how to clean up and get a nice crisp line for my eyeliner. So you just want to simply pat using the flat side of the brush. Pat that concealer in. I've also applied it down the bridge of my nose, just a little in my forehead and in my chin area. But as you can see, the rest of my makeup is already done. So therefore, that's the only reason why I didn't show that. The next step is to go ahead and add your foundation. The foundation that I'm using today is my Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo Foundation. I am color M62. It is a matte full coverage foundation and I absolutely love it. Now the dots that you see on my face are that foundation, and again I'm going to use my makeup sponge, just simply pounce it on my face and blend that on the outer rim of my face, into my neck area, forehead, and hairline. To set my foundation, I'm going to use my RC Cosmetics brush. This does not have a number, and I'm going to use some translucent powder. The powder that I'm using is actually from MAC. It's called the Prep and Prime Translucent Powder. So it's just a white powder, a white colorless powder. It does not give me any flashback or anything like that when I take flash photography with this powder. So it's definitely good for photography as well. Now I'm only setting my under eye area, down the bridge of my nose and my forehead, a little bit in my chin area, but everything else is going to be set with my bronzer and blush color. My bronzer today is going to be the same one that I use as my transition color on the eyes. It's my NYX matte bronzer. This one is in deep tan. I'm going to use my MAC 116 brush. It's just a small facial brush, and I'm going to begin to contour. When you contour, it's pretty much going to add a dark shadow to your face and allow your cheekbones to pop even more. Again, something else that just takes practice. Now, I'm also going to apply it to my hairline and chin area. For my cheek color, I'm actually going to use a Milani Baked Blush. And this one is called Luminoso. And it's just a really pretty orange color with a little bit of shimmer. I'm going to use that same brush that I contoured with and apply it to the middle of my cheek, bringing it forward. For my highlight, I'm actually going to use the same brush, my 116 from MAC. And then I'm going to use a product from MAC. It's actually called the Double Definition Extra Diminished Skin Finish. And I just apply it over top of my cheekbone up to my the tail of my eyebrow. And you could even apply a little bit over your the highest point of your eyebrow, just to give the illusion of a more lifted eyebrow. Last but not least will be my lip color. Now, before applying my lips, I just want to mention I did highlight down the bridge of my nose and my cupid's bow and on my chin with that MAC highlighting powder. My lips are Stormy Sahara, and this is 945. This is one of the Maybelline In The Buff lipsticks, and it looks like this in the tube. Now, to give my lips a little bit of depth and contour and to make the lip color a little more complementary to my skin tone, I used the Coco Loco Jordana lip liner, and this was applied to the corners of my lip, my cupid's bow, the corners of my lip here and right here, and then it was just blended out with a lip brush. And again, that was just to make the nude lip color a little more complementary to my color. So if you have a color that's too light on your lips, just go in with a darker liner and you'll be perfectly fine. And then the middle of my lips, I just used my Rimmel Nonstop Glamour Lip Gloss. And that's it. This is the look that I've been wearing in all of my most recent videos. I got tons of requests for it. You guys really liked it, so I just wanted to wait until I had some time to properly film the video for you all. As always, and until next time, I hope you dolls enjoyed the tutorial. Have a gorgeous day, dolls. Smooches. Mwah. Bye.